Seriously. He aggravates me so much. So he called and asked if I made it here in time, right? I said, yeah. He said, did you get the slip, the paper that they give you? And I said, no, I didn't take it this time. He said, why didn't you take it? Blah, blah, blah. Well, last time I had asked him, do I need to get these? And he said, no, I don't keep them. They show up on the thing. I'm like, okay. So this time I didn't take it because it just accumulated in the car and I just had to throw them away. He doesn't keep them. So this time I said, no, I didn't. So he was like, you're supposed to do that because sometimes, you know, it doesn't go through and you wouldn't have a tracking number to verify if you don't get it. And I said, well, you said don't get it. He said, I never said don't get it. I said, you said you don't use them. There's no point in getting them. So in other words, you said, so he went into a rant about that. I'm like, okay, I get it. And then I said, yeah. He asked me if I had forgot any in the trunk because he had forgot before. It wasn't actually in the trunk. It was actually in the car. Because we got to we were getting in the car one day, a while back. And I asked him, why is there a box in here? He said, what? He said, you fucking kidding me? Or are you lying? I said, I ain't lying. No, I don't lie to you. I don't lie. Anyways, I said, no, I got them out. And I said, I always asked them to help me with the big boxes. And he said, oh, you're one of those. He said, you're one that I would chew out. He said, well, not you, but I said, why would you chew me out? Because he gets annoyed when there's a long line and people are having customer service done. As in, they bring their products in and they have them package it for them. And he doesn't like that. He thinks that people should come in, everything packaged, everything sealed, everything taped, like he does, and just drop it off. So he doesn't like waiting for people to have service or go out to the car and pick up a box. So he's like, yeah, I would chew you guys out or chew those people. I said, don't put me in that category. I don't bring products there and expect them to package it. No. I bring them, that's why I save all my boxes, you know, and I package it. They have to tape it, yes, but I bring the box, I bring everything. So I'm like, don't put me in that category. And then he was asking if I made it back or what I was doing or whatever. I said, I just got done eating. He said, what'd you eat? Did you go out to eat? That's what he said. Did you go out to eat? What'd you go out to eat? I said, do you not remember me telling you what I brought for lunch? You don't remember shit. He doesn't. And I said, and then he kept asking me where I was. And I'm just like, I said, do you need anything else? And he paused. And he was like, I was just asking. I said, I know. I said, do you need anything else? Like, stop asking me where you are and what you eating, and no, do you need anything else? And he said, why do you make it so difficult to talk to you? I said, I'm not. So he told me what the next steps were. He wants me to go back and go through, there's 3 bags, there's 3 different strains, and apparently there's 30 in each bag, but we're only doing 15. Keep the other 15 in turkey bags and double bag them because they're going to people locally. But yeah, I don't, like, why are you quizzing me of where I ate my lunch? And why are you getting agitated that I had somebody, he said they came out to the car and got the box. Yeah. Like, I was thinking he didn't want somebody to look in his car or something, but he sees it as an inconvenience. He said, I hate it when there's a long line and they have all this shit and people have to go out to their cars and blah, blah, blah. There wasn't a line. There was nobody else in there. It was just me. There's always just been me. There's never a line. So far. Knock on wood. And we got there early. That's the thing. That's a funny thing. I dropped my box off at 3:19. That's like the earliest we've ever done. And he was kind of complaining that, oh, we're behind schedule, you know, we're crunching for time. No, we did good. Thank you very much. Oh, and then I had asked him if he could carry the big box out to the car. He said, can't you get it? I said, it'd just be easier if you did it. And he was like, I don't have my strength. I said, okay. I wonder how that's like. What that's like. And he made a comment that, I got to keep going. I got to do, my business doesn't stop. I said, I know. I said, life didn't stop for me either. Which isn't totally true, because God was good to me. God actually had life stop for me. I had work comp, and then I had Just Compassions. Work comp was 5 months. Just Compassions was 6 months. Yeah. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 months of everything being paid for, or getting paychecks and whatever. Yeah, God's been good to me. But yeah, he said life doesn't stop. I know. I don't have an energy like my energy. I know. Anyway, apparently the surgeon gave him props for not having any being under anesthesia, because he said they were deep and curved, the roots. So yeah, maybe he can bear some pain. Like, I was just getting agitated. Like, he was just questioning me. Oh, so you're at the facility? Oh, so where you at? So why does it matter where I'm at? What the fuck? Like, we ain't dating. Like, it doesn't matter where I ate my lunch. No, I actually am in the parking lot right by the UPS store. But I just said, yes, I'm at the warehouse. You don't know. There's no tracker on this car, or on my phone, or on me. Monty always wanted to track us. Me, I found it securing because I didn't know nobody out here. But in a way, I was thinking, I was listening to a song, and it said, be careful who you follow. I said, yeah. Because the person you're following could be literally the person on the other side of the trigger. Been there, done that. My hair is all kinds of crazy. Look how light it is. My poor hair. It's mostly just in the front, seems like. Maybe not. Anyways. He's like, why do you make it so hard to talk to you? Because that's his big thing. He has to be able to talk to you in order to work with you. Oh, you can talk to me just fine. I said, I'm not. So he told me, yeah, you can talk to me about business. You can't talk to me, question me about shit that's not relevant. You know what I mean? And he was getting pissy about UPS store shit. And the fact that I didn't take that thing. He said, I'm gonna keep them now. I said, good. I said, yeah, because I figured you should have keep them, but you said you didn't. So, well, now you keep them. Good. I think it's a good idea. Anyways. God is good. God is great. He's blessed me. I pray every time I get in this car that no incidences, no mishaps, nothing. Nothing wrong with the car. Nobody, nothing. No hiccups. I haven't told him about Friday yet. That I'm not going to be there. My attorney's appointment meeting got transferred to Monday. Because I called him. It was like 2:40 when I called. I left a message. I said it was 2:40 now. So obviously, we're going to have to reschedule. So just let me know and we can work something out. So she texted me and she said Monday, 1 p.m. if that works for me. I didn't say let me know what works for you. I said let me know and we can figure something out. Totally different. Anyway. Woosah. I feel a little better. I ate. I had nothing, no energy, really. That was the main reason why I couldn't carry that box in there. Because it was a girl, too. Usually I don't, you know, she's a girl, I'm a girl. But my body's not like yours, apparently. Like, it's just not like anybody's right now, it seems like. And I didn't make it to the pool. But I'm going to make it to the pool tonight. So, there's no reason not to. Because I have the car. I have my suit. I'd probably drop Kilwood off, though. Or he can just stay in the car and crack the window. I don't know. Anywho, talk to you later.